What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Oh That's Random Podcast. I am your host, that guy, Nerdy G. Once again, y'all heard the man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know how he's giving it up. Y'all know how it's going down. And we are here. Here we are. We're going to take a little time to explore the extraordinary and ordinary. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you. Welcome. And we're going to do this thing, and I'm going to do this right. Today, I'm talking about something. Let me just get right into it, man. I don't want to. I don't really want to kind of hold you guys hostage and nothing about what I'm talking about. I just feel like at this point, right? If I could throw a little sad music on, I can do that. I'll do that. Probably clip it up and do something like that. But like I say, hey, what's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in to this video. If you want to help to see the channel continue to grow, please slide on over to Nerdy G shop at fourthwall.com. Link is down in the description. You can pick up some of this lovely nerdy merch. We're trying to do our best to keep the content coming. This will help us out a lot. This is you can be whoever you want to t-shirt, and it's premium. It's thick cotton, feels good on your body. But enough of that. But please like, subscribe, share, and back to the video. Let's go. Today I'm gonna be talking about not losing yourself. And what I mean by not losing yourself, ladies and gentlemen, it's you got to be careful. It's so easy today for us to lose ourselves, not only within our own selves, within somebody else, within a company, within something. Be careful not to lose yourself, and that's where it's at. Listen, be sure, like I'm gonna do this right now because I'm gonna go ahead and get it out the way. But be sure, like, if you like what you're hearing from Nerdy, there's more things that are coming out. I know I say that. I keep on saying it. Best believe it's there. We're just getting the editing together to put these other shows out so that you guys can see. It's more than just me over here at Nerdy's Umbrella. We have a team, and we're laughing, we're joking. We'll put some of those things out so that you guys can see those on the social media pages, Nerdy's Umbrella everywhere. But also, too, if you want to help support the channel and see more things come out from us, right? Nerdy merchandise and all that good old stuff. But back to this. But hear me on this. When I say don't get lost in work, don't get lost in another person, and don't get lost in yourself. I think I'm going to break these down into those three categories. And I just want to take a little time to, like I say, dive a little bit deeper, explore that extraordinary and ordinary, because sometimes we forget what really matters to us. And because we forget what really matters to us, what happens is we truly become lost. And when I mean that, we truly become lost. Let's start with work. Work is the most easiest one for us to get lost in because work gives us a sense of purpose. Work gives us something to believe in, something to feel good about. Work can be a safe place from us to escape from the realities of what's really going on in our personal life, right? Where we're getting our ass kicked, where we're getting our asses handed to us, or where our home life is not as great as we would want it to be, you know, and we lose ourselves. I am a victim of that at one point in time in my life. And what I mean by that, I really mean that one point in time in my life, all that mattered to me was work, because the work that I was doing, the work that I was putting out into the world, yes, it was good, but everything else suffered around me. Yeah, did I still have social activities that I went to and did I hang around my friends? Yeah, but weren't my friends got the short end of the stick, is what I'm saying. I got the short end of the stick. When I was at home, I really wasn't myself. And what I mean by I wasn't myself, when you're at work, the way I look at this is you're two things. Either you're a turned up version of yourself or you're a turned down version of yourself. That's it. But there's a third option. And that third option is that sometimes some people create a whole different personality for themselves at work. And then depending on what your rank is or what your position is and how much responsibility you have, once you have that persona at work, if you are there 10, 12, 16 hours a day for, I don't know, let's just say 4 or 5 years, that's how you've been operating for the past 4 or 5 years. That persona, that person that you became, that authoritative figure that you became, that bleeds over into your personal life. Everybody says, oh, you got to find a work-life balance. You got to find a work-life balance. Here's the reality. There's no such thing as a work-life balance. There is only balance. You are who you are. So I say you're only either two things. For me, it's two things. You're a turned up version of yourself or you're a turned down version of yourself. If you create that persona, which is the third, that's not you. That's a persona that you've created. That is not truly you. That's you got lost in what corporate wants you to be. Because now you've done some good things. You've done some good works. And now you're becoming what the company wants you to be. And when you become what the company wants you to be, things come with that, right? This is like, when you go to a certain pay level, you act different. You have to, because you want to protect what it is that you've scratched and came up to, right? You can't be a supervisor with a entry level position person's mindset. You can't be a manager with an entry level mindset. You can't be a vice president with an entry level mindset. You can't. So there are going to be some things that are going to change, and hopefully they change for the better. But who you are at the core should all matter. Your persona, you shouldn't have to create a different persona. You should understand that, hey, I have to, what's the word that they use? I have to guide myself accordingly. I have to carry myself accordingly. I'm sorry. I have to carry myself accordingly, because what I want is, I want to make sure that people don't think they can just come here and run over me. I have a business, I have an operation to run, and I have to do X, Y, and Z. Understood, 1,000%. Not worried about it. All is great. Life is love. Love is life, right? You can show your personality of who you are. But if you get away from that and you feel like that you always have to be on, you always have to be the voice, you always have to be the voice of reasoning, or you always have to be the one to say, hey, I'm the fixer, or if you have to say, I'm the person that gets the job done. Can't nobody cover for me. When those people start reaching out to you when you're on vacation and you're okay with that, you have become lost within your job. So with that being said, you are no longer yourself. I was there. I would go in on my off days. I got kids, y'all know that. I would go in on my off days and pick up the slack where others couldn't, because that whole mentality, I can get the job done. Can't nobody cover for me. Can't nobody do it the way that I'm going to do it. Can't nobody hold a candle to what I do. I come in here and I do this shit effortlessly. I can do this shit in my sleep, and that's what I do. But in that moment, I lost myself. Who are you, nerdy? Because when my conversation is always about work, or when my conversation is always coming from a corporate mindset, or when my mind is, when I'm responding to people, I'm responding to them in a way as if I was their manager, or as if I was speaking for a corporation. A lot of people don't realize that when you throw yourself into your work that way, that's what you become. When they holler about work-life balance, they say, oh, don't spend 12 hours here. Don't spend 12 hours here. Spend 10. Oh, you're working a 10-hour shift? Well, don't spend 10 hours here. Spend 8. Here's the kicker. Even if you only spending 8 hours at work, we can do the math, right? if you do the math and how much time you spend at home as you do away from work, let's break it down. It's 40 hours a week, average person, right? 40 hours a week. Okay. How much of that time, right? Because you got to get in your mindset, right? So let's just say the average commute to work, just depending on where you from, what city you in, right? We'll say here in Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth, Metroplex, just spending about anywhere between 30 to 35 minutes in the car on the way to work. That means on your way to work, you're getting your mind ready, you're getting in your mode, you're playing whatever music it is to get you crunk and get you going. So when you go in, you on one. You ready, right? There's another, everybody's coming out, well, depending on what time you get off, if you get off anywhere between 3 p.m. and 5 o'clock, your ass is in traffic for about an hour just to get home. During that time, hopefully you are decomposing. But if you are supervisor, manager, above, whatever the case may be, there's a possibility, just depending on where it is, you might be on the phone still with work or whatever the case may be. Never know, right? Average person. I'm trying to do the average person, right? You get home, you got kids, spend about 1 or 2 hours. There's dinner, getting kids ready, bath, right? Put the kids down. Let's just say by this time it's 9 o'clock. But you got to get back up and you got to go back to work. The older you get, that bounce back ain't what it used to be. Those over 30 know exactly what I'm talking about. We used to be in our 20s where you can club all night, go to work, and not miss a beat. You turn 30, something change. Something in the weather change, something in the earth change, some change where you like, nah, I need a good 11 hours of sleep, whatever the case may be. However, even with you spending, let's say 9 o'clock, you and your spouse sit there for 1 to 2 hours, possibly. So that puts you in bed by 11 o'clock. But during that time, what are y'all talking about? Are y'all talking about work? Or y'all even talking to each other? Or y'all still just trying to detox from the day? So 5 days out the week, your day to allow you to be yourself is very minimal. Because even if I go to bed at 11 o'clock and I wake up at 6, okay, I've been asleep for 7 hours. But now I gotta get my day started. I gotta go shower. I gotta go do this. I gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? That takes away from who you are. Come Friday evening, all right, cool. I'm gonna go to happy hour. I'm gonna go do X, Y, and Z. Now I get to be myself. So Friday afternoon, Saturday, Sunday, right? 2.5 days out of a 7-day week. 2.5 days, I get to be myself. But soon as Monday morning comes, I have to put my suit on. I have to put my mask on. And now I'm this. If I'm this for an extended, longer period of time, then I'm not myself. It's the Batman Bruce Wayne comparison, right? Remember, at one point in time, Bruce Wayne was Bruce Wayne. And then he became Batman as a whole because his job, crime fighting job, he did that more than he was Bruce Wayne. So if you look at the third movie, The Dark Knight Rises, it wasn't Bruce Wayne being Batman. It was Batman trying to be Bruce Wayne. And he had a lot of struggles in that. Go check that out. Good movie. Don't worry about it. But that's the first one, right? And like I said, I'm going to do my best to try to kind of get through these. But when it comes to the work piece, you can lose yourself in there. And then you'll seem robotic. I've been called robotic. I had to shake myself out of that because I want to be myself. I want to laugh. I want to joke. I want to be silly. I want to say things that don't even really matter. It's just that's who I am. That's all. That's it. That's all. Cool. Got it. Cut it. Let's do it. Move forward. Losing yourself in a person. Losing yourself in a person is so easy to do because y'all might have great chemistry. Y'all might have the best fun in the world. And then at some point, that person, depending on what their job is, if they're a creative, if they are a person where you see like, yo, they got the potential. That word potential is crazy. They got this potential, and you like, you know what? I'm gonna back you. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give you everything that you need, and you can get lost in that person because you want the best for that person. Y'all are dating. Y'all are loving on each other. Y'all are physical, intimate with one another, and y'all are loving on each other. I say that again. That love, that loving, that physical intimacy, that chemistry that you have with a person, it takes it to another level where you can get lost in that person, and that person can do no wrong in your eyes. That person, the things that you used to love to do, you stop doing them because it's not is that person might have been cool with it, but they're not really fond of it. Because they're not really fond of it, you like, fuck it, I'm still rolling with them. And because you're still rolling with them, it's like, I don't mind by putting that down to the side. I like doing what you do. What did he say? In Coming to America, whatever you like, whatever you like, whatever you like. Okay, listen, no. At that point, it's you find yourself talking about that person. You find yourself, oh yeah, such and such, we're gonna go do this. Oh, such and such, we're gonna do that. Oh, well, they doing that. Well, we finna get ready. I'm gonna help them do this, da da da. What are you gonna do? What are you going to do? What is it that you do? I support such and such. What is it that you do? What are your dreams and aspirations? Well, I want to be blah. That's that person's dream, to be a content creator, to be an NFL star, basketball star, whatever it is, to be a mayor, to be a senator, whatever. You're running their campaigns. You're going out here and doing things for that person so that that person can win. And then you get married to the person. And you look up and you're 30, 40. 40. We're going to go 40. We're going to go late 30s, early 40s, mid 40s. And you start looking like, damn, what have I done with my life? People want to call it midlife crisis. Call it what you will. I'm gonna call it the midlife awareness. Right? You listen. You finally have become aware that this person that you have given your life to forego your own dreams and aspirations that you had, because we all have dreams and aspirations as children of what it is that we want to do. And sometimes society grabs us and jerks us around, and then we just fall where we fall, and then we do the best of what we can. In this instance, society had no role in this. You took it upon yourself to say, I'm going to follow this person because I believe in this person. And nothing's wrong with that. Let me be the first person to tell you there's nothing wrong with that. But just don't lose yourself in the process, because then what do you have for yourself? If that person were to up and leave you, what do you have left for yourself? Regardless whether if that person leaves you great in a financial situation, that's fine. I don't know if you guys watch the show on Apple. It's called Loot. Wife, Rudolph, what's his name? Maya Rudolph, that's her name. Love her. Minnie Riperton's daughter. Great class act woman. Love her. And when I think about her and I think about her character, and it's like, yo, I've been living the great life because I gave my all and I helped this man, and I gave myself to him. But when he cheated on me and left, I had to figure out what I was going to do. Yeah, I got all the money. I can go do whatever the hell I want to do, but I don't really know myself. So even with that, it's like, it's sad. And like, it's a funny show. First of all, like, it's funny. I'm just give you that. But at the same time, it's the whole deal of, even with all the money in the world, if you lose yourself, then you lose yourself. You have to go find yourself. My question is, at what point do you want to go find yourself? Okay. Move on. Because that's number two. Losing yourself in somebody else. Don't let somebody else dim your star, your light, your brightness that you can give out to the world, or don't let nobody do that. And then the third and last one, and I'm gonna close this out. But it's literally losing yourself within yourself. And what I mean by that, some of us become so consumed with our own self where we are in a bubble where we have this perception of who we are and how we come off to people. And for us, we don't see anything else. We can't accept any negative connotation towards our character because that's not who we are. We don't even, what's the word I want to use? We don't even allow ourselves to say, yeah, there's a possibility that I could be a little bit more nicer, but no, I'm not. I tell you every day, I got this saying, all it takes is 2 minutes in the morning when you brush your teeth and 2 minutes at night before you go to bed. In the morning when you brush your teeth, look yourself directly in the eye while you're brushing your teeth. Don't look down at the sink because we know it's dirty. Look yourself right in the face and say, these are the things that I'm going to work on today. These are the things I know that I need to work on today because I know I need to be better in these situations. At nighttime, same thing. Sink's still dirty because guess what? You lazy. It's the middle of the week. You don't care. Look and say, hey, these were the things that I said I needed to work on. Did I? Those answers, those are up to you. But if you can't do that, if you choose not to do that, it's on you. What I'm saying is that we perceive ourselves to be one way. And sometimes we have to look through other people's lenses to actually see who we are. And I know you're saying nerdy, but what if their lenses are dirty? Then get another pair of lenses. Be honest with yourself. Don't allow yourself to say, I'm here when you're really here. Don't keep up with the Joneses. I think that's fair to say. Those people who try to keep up with the Joneses. Don't live above your means, right? Don't try to live a caviar lifestyle when you have top Roman noodle money. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's there. Losing yourself inside of yourself, you travel down this hole of illusion. Of delusion, I'm sorry. You travel down this hole of delusion, and you can never be wrong. The thought of you being wrong would shatter your world. You say, oh, I'm not wrong, or I do have an open mindset, I do have a growth mindset, but do you really? Because to have a growth mindset, to have an open mindset is to allow other thoughts and other things that to say, okay, maybe, not 100% agreeing. All you're doing is saying, maybe this happens, maybe this doesn't. Who knows? You know, I know. You can only answer that question yourself if that's you, where you didn't got lost in yourself to a point to where you're taking yourself out. Your fault, nobody else's. But you have to open up. You have to not allow yourself to get lost in a delusion of who you are. Be the person that you are. Spend time with yourself. Talk to yourself. Try things. See what you like. See what you don't like. It is fine. One thing that bugs or irks the crap out of me is people who say, "Oh, I don't like that." Have you ever tasted it? No. How do you know that you don't like it? You don't even know what the texture is. You don't want to know what it smells like. You don't even want to put it up to. Listen, even drug dealers take the little crack and put it on their tongue. They know, yeah, this ain't for me. I just sell it. Okay. Even drug dealers do that. But to say that no, I don't want to try it. I just know that I'm not gonna like it. To like something, to know that you don't like something and you ain't never tried it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Not calling you crazy. The thought of that is crazy. See, I won't call nobody crazy unless you take me there. But the thought of saying something like that, not being able to say, I'll try it, but to say, I can come up with all of these excuses to say why I don't like something that I've never tried. It's crazy. Ludicrous. If that's what you want to hear. Ludicrous or ludicrous, depending on what area you're from. But it is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, don't lose yourself. Don't lose it in your job. Don't lose it in somebody else. Don't lose it in yourself. Be aware of who you are. Understand what it is that you want to do in your life. They keep on telling us we only have one life to live. If that's the case, then let's make it the best life. Make it your bitch. Make sure that you do everything that you possibly can while you're here. Try new things, create memories, because if you're able to have your family and friends around you before you go on to whatever the next part of life is, you will want to leave them with all of the good memories of this person knew exactly who they were and they lived their life just that way. Simple. Listen, I'm gonna get into some music right now. Of course, YouTube. You guys not gonna get this, but we're gonna play a little something, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna close out the show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Fang Got You, meaning you. Make sure that you have you in life. Make sure that you don't lose who you are. Don't let work take it away from you. Don't let nobody else take it away from you. And don't you yourself take it away from you. Listen, this has been Oh That's Random Podcast. I am your host, that guy Nerdy G. This is a place where we explore the extraordinary and ordinary. Like, subscribe, share, do all of those good things. This is your first time here, welcome. If this is your last time here, I'm glad you stopped by. But if you made it this far in the show, I appreciate you. Please do come back. And once again, I am that guy, your guy, the one and only Nerdy G. I'm out.